Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of the third season here at FC Köln. We enter the January transfer window today, but I'm not looking to do any business at present. We have a loan offer for Hugo Peters. Alright, maybe some loan business for our youngsters. Outside of that, I'm not looking to do any business. Cotsiello's out for 2 months. Just as well, Salioshan is on his way back from injury then, isn't it? Not the start we hoped for, to be honest. But Strata will go into the starting lineup, Özcan will come onto the bench, and Cotsiello has been one of our star turns this year. Unfortunately, we'll have to sit by the sidelines for a little while. We face the test in today's episode. The test to prove whether we are or are not title contenders in the Bundesliga this season. Our first game is against first place Bayern Munich. Our second game, third placed Wolfsburg. How we come out of these two games will prove to me, and probably to you too, how competitive we're going to be in the Bundesliga this season. We've only got 9 million to spend. I don't think it's really worth trying to sell someone who's on the fringes to raise enough funds to sign someone to come into the starting lineup. I don't think we've got enough, even with an extra sale. I don't think we'd have enough to bring in someone of the quality that we're looking for us to be able to challenge at the top of the Bundesliga towards the end of European competition, whether that be Europa League this year or Champions League next year. Offer of £31.8 million for Anton, that's going to be rejected. Not looking to sell Anton. Stark has come in and done really well, but Anton is still a very good performer for us, so he's going to continue as a relative regular in the starting lineup. Obviously, we're through to the knockout stages of the Europa League now, and we, as we saw yesterday, have Lazio in that knockout round. Those games come in February, you can see here. We've also Hoffenheim, Schalke, Borussia Mönchengladbach and Hanover. So busy month of February, very busy month of February. But it will be Bayern Munich to start us off today. Timo Werner has just moved to Manchester United, as you saw there briefly in the news clipping, doing his kick-ups in front of the cameras. We're going to do no kick-ups here, despite the fact that there is a football present. Last time he scored 3 goals against Bayern Munich and made it look easy. Will he be able to defeat them again? I'll say the lads have what it takes. With the form we're in, and the fact we did beat Bayern last time we played them, I can't back down. We're currently second place in the league, about to play the league leaders. What to expect for this match? We've been waiting for it. I have been waiting for it. Not necessarily because I expect us to win, but because it will be the test, and it will make everything transparent as to how good we actually are. In regards to the next fixture, how do you manage morale, taking into consideration Bayern's morale as well? High morale will certainly come in handy, and we've been honest in these questions, as we always are, and as such, morale has gone up. So we are in high morale. Didn't artificially boost my morale by answering questions tactically. I think genuinely we should be in good morale, considering where we are as a side. Now, the last time we played Bayern Munich, 3-1 or something like that. Let's have a look through. It was at the beginning of the season, wasn't it? It was 3-1. And we beat Wolfsburg by 2-1 as well. And it's Wolfsburg we face as the second game of the episode, just a couple of days before transfer deadline day. This is the biggest moment of our season. Hopefully, we come out of it with our heads still held high and our league position even higher. Right, Bayern's team, Neuer in goal still. They're back 4. Alaba, Hernandez, Boateng and Martinez at right back. Verratti and Tolisso in the middle for them. Koeman, Bruno Fernandes and Serge Gnabry on the right, with Iñaki Williams up top. Javi Martinez at right back could be the weak link in that starting 11. We shall try and expose that weak link for Strata. I'm going to go in there and then round the corner. That didn't work. Alaba forward to Kingsley Coman. Now, he destroyed me for their 1 goal in the 3-1 win for us earlier this season. Lofting it over the defender to race in behind him. It was pretty outrageous, to be fair. We're trying to avoid any embarrassments for individual players like that here. But I'm sure in the end we had the last laugh with the victory, but still. Now, Wide there to Trezeguet, who scored a Coutinho special from similar sort of range in the last episode. I'm not going to try that here. We will, however, try with Hadji and draw a save out of Neuer. They've only conceded 8 goals this season in 17 games, Munich. 3 of those came against me, as we say. So 5 goals conceded in 16 other games. I'd like to think they'll concede more in this one, but we'll have to wait and see. Heading will certainly need to be better than that. Nice ball down the line by Javi Martinez. Bruno Fernandes will recover the ball. Back to Javi. Oh, it's a good delivery as well. Verstraeten can only head up. Not the best by Martinez, but thankfully it will find a teammate. Kingsley Coman's going to close me down, though. And I have to do well here to get away, and we haven't. And Verratti gets that round the corner. It's Coman that's in. It's Coman that's still going, and Horn makes the save at the near post. That was more dangerous than it need be, actually. Oh, Gnabry brings that down as well. Keeper's throwing has really been an issue for me on FIFA 20. Whether it be on career mode or ultimate team, they just don't seem to throw the ball far enough or well enough for it to reach the man they're trying to get it to. Sometimes they'll throw it between a wing back and a winger and just throw it off the pitch. Sometimes they'll throw it short rather than to the man that you're aiming and have put the power on for further down the field. It's just so baffling that they're so bad at throwing. But thankfully on that occasion it didn't cost us anything. The back heel was a little bit too fancy. Otherwise we could have played through Hadji there and had a real chance. 25 minutes in. Both sides have threatened now. But their threat only really came from my mistakes. So if I can iron those mistakes out and continue to push myself, we might find ourselves going in front sooner rather than later. Obviously in the snow it's more difficult than it would have been in better conditions. But it's going to take a good bit of defending to try and stop Rafael Leao from scoring on this occasion. Scoring more than a goal a game on average. Oh, and still contributing to goals as well. And very nearly had an assist there. 32 minutes played. It's still 0-0. But as you can see from the weather, they're flying forward now. The game is getting a little bit stretched and flying from one end of the field to the other. Iñaki Williams brushes me off. And now he's using his pace. And he's still going, forcing his way through and drawing the save out of Timo Horn. He just wouldn't stop there. Steamrollering his way through. Steamrollering his way through. For some reason that was a tongue twister. Gnabry's shot is blocked. Forced to Hernandez. Boateng finds Tolisso. That hit Martinez. And now we'll go at the other end. Rafael up against David Alaba. We got the strength to hold him off. No. We got the strength to win it back. Yes. Oh, and then Alaba uses his defensive nous to get it back himself. I've left the man free on this near side now. Slightly worried about that, but they've gone central. Bruno Fernandes, don't let him have space on the edge of the box. Cheese. Bayern giving as good as they're getting so far. Going to take this corner short, obviously. They always do when the man stood there. Verratti. I'll have that. No, I won't. Bruno Fernandes offside. I'll have it back. Try and close him down. I couldn't get to him. And they found Alaba. I can't get to him either. Bayern probably finished it. Well, no, not even probably. Definitely. Oh, finished the second half. Finished the first half stronger. And as we're nearly at the second half, in fact, past stoppage time, that's a hell of a finish from Kingsley Coman. He's put everything through that. It's really well worked. And cracking finish. See a better angle. This is a perfect angle for it. First time on the left foot. Did it go bar then post or just post? Oh, bar then side netting. That's a hell of a goal. Manager furious. I mean, it's been coming, the pressure they've been putting on towards the end of this half. And we'll have to do it all again in the second. Back to Alaba. Down the line to Kingsley again. He's the one that scored against us last time. He's the one that scored against us this time, although he's walked himself into a cul-de-sac there and somehow managed to win the corner by squeezing in across an impossible angle. Good header away by Stark, but finds only Kingsley Coman. Getting a bit frustrated that Kingsley Coman is so heavily involved in everything. If they could sub him off sooner rather than later, that would be great. Shot from Iñaki Williams, comfortable for Timo Horn. And another misplaced throw from a goalkeeper, but thankfully Katterbach will get it. Javi Martinez just has given up, seemingly. He doesn't care anymore. He's only just started to sprint to try and catch me up. Not sure why he was so reluctant there. Trezeguet into Rafael Leao. Will turn. Will slot. No! Trezeguet in. I could have sworn I put more power on that. Katterbach with a good touch, but Martinez seemed rather disinterested to stick out a toe and get to the ball there. Here's Bruno Fernandes. He's got runners. Here's Serge Gnabry. Javi Martinez. I do need to concentrate my play down this side of the field. Try and isolate that weak link. I found myself defending against Coman on this side more often than not. Do not score a second. If they get second before I've scored an equaliser, I think it's game over. If we can keep them out and go up the other end and get at least a draw from this. Oh, off the line, Boateng. There's the second that might well see us done. Good header. Oh, it wasn't even a header. It was a volleyed effort that was cleared. And then, wow, you just had the whole goal to aim at there, Jerome. Asking the questions, are we ready for a top of the table fight? On this game's evidence, I'm not sure. Strata through there to Hadji. We could fight back immediately. Looking for Rafael Leao, who's onside. Leao. We're back in it. It's not over yet. Oh, he buried it again. It's not over yet. It's absolutely not over yet. Come on! Here's Coman. They're confirming that Bayern have signed Fabian. I imagine that's from Napoli. I don't recall him moving elsewhere earlier in the save. Really good central midfielder, Fabian, though. That's a foul on Alaba, but he's just run through it. Kingsley Coman out wide again. Oh my God, I hate Kingsley Coman. Oh, please, someone win that. No, how has Iñaki Williams won that header? We fought back. It took us 4 or 5 minutes to to pull one back. And how's neither man there even attempted for it? I was pressing clear the ball, and they've both just looked at it and not even bothered. That's really disappointing. Just when we thought we had a chance, they've stolen it back again. He's not got much stamina left, so if we can steal it off him, never mind. Here's Hernandez. Everything has gone down the left-hand side for them, and I was desperate at the beginning of the game to keep things going down their right-hand side. We just haven't been able to do that at all. Hadji looking to show Thiago out of position now. It's Thiago Alcantara that seemingly is at right back at the moment. Here's Lisandro Martinez. That's blocked at source and will trickle kindly for Manuel Neuer. That would have given us enough time to look for an equaliser, but still needing 2 with 4 minutes to go. I think we might be done and dusted. Martinez. Hadji. Salihurst-Chan. Oh, he ran offside there, Kingsley Schindler. Far too quick to get forward. There's space on this near side for Kainz, though. And maybe get that back to someone. Rafael Leao moved well. Lisandro Martinez. It's probably too little too late. But we've pulled it back to 3-2. Oh. If only we hadn't made the mistakes that we did at the back for their goals, we'd have gotten something from this. Result-wise, no, it doesn't look like we're ready for a top-of-the-table fight. Performance-wise, maybe we are, outside of making the individual errors, which maybe means we aren't ready for a top-of-the-table fight. Wolfsburg win by 2-0 against Mainz. They'll now move above us, and as we were hoping to go from second to first, we're actually going to drop from second to third. Weiss is continuing his hot run of form. Other players to certainly follow. Weiss hasn't been that good as far as I'm aware. With the goal scored in the last minutes of the match, you need just one more to clinch a draw at that moment. Did you expect you could get it? They were the better team. I can't. I'm so deflated because I was desperate to go top of the table today. How would you evaluate your loss against Bayern Munich? Mistakes were made. They were. I can't argue against that. Mistakes were made. By me, by the AI. Just weren't good enough. We have dropped from second to third. Man, that was such an opportunity to beat Bayern and then follow up with a win against Wolfsburg and maybe go clear at the top. As it happens now, even if we do beat Wolfsburg, we will only be 2 points still behind Bayern Munich. What an opportunity wasted. Let's see if we can raise morale again a little bit with a positive press conference. A great heated encounter last time you met Wolfsburg. We did win last time, and I'm only interested in winning again on this occasion. Will you be able to motivate your team against an opponent placed second in the league? We need no extra motivation. Not after the game against Bayern. On paper, it looks like Wolfsburg and Köln are similar in terms of ability. We must not underestimate them. Yes, we beat them last time, but we beat Bayern last time and they just beat me again. So we don't want both results to flip around and have the away side winning on both occasions. I've got to win this. I have to win this. Kuhn Castells in goal for Wolfsburg. Knocker, Tisserand and Udekai at the back. Haidara, Wendell, Arnold and someone else in midfield. Saleh, Mehmedi and Weghorst. Who was the other man on the right-hand side of their midfield? It was Dilrosun. That's a beatable team, man. We've got to win this. Martinez, I see the run being made. No, I tried to find Rafael Leao. A lovely turn by Hadji. Yanis Hadji, great footwork. Looking for Trezeguet. Can't find him. Dilrosun away. He's very fast, by the way. A couple of times I've gotten in down this left-hand side, and Dilrosun has tracked back and caught me up so easily. He's so quick. And Udekai showing great acceleration to nip in there and intercept that. Stuck with a header, trying to recover the ball and possession and work a chance. Can't find a way through this back line. They're standing firm. Hadji, a 1-2 with Leao. Back to Rafael Leao. Bend it maybe. Oh, but bend it better next time. Into Leao. Oh, it's good footwork, but somehow the defender got something on it. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? We go to Leao. Spin, turn, and finish. Oh, you betcha. Wow. Rafael Leao, not the easiest of angles there at all, but he's come along and he's absolutely buried that. That's a great finish. We'll see a replay of it. The angle was against him, to be fair. That turn and then acceleration was great. And to be able to drill that back across goal like that shows great quality. Perfect left foot standing leg placement and the finish, absolute perfection too. We are in front. Haidara played in over the top. Brings it down really nicely. It's Weghorst in the middle that worries me, but we're going to head that clear to Wendell. Out to Haidara, who's absolutely knackered. Haidara. They must have had a game midweek, perhaps. Weghorst did get up to that. Trezeguet, that went... I swear that went through Trezeguet's body. I'm almost 100% sure it did go through Trezeguet's body, but never mind, we'll crack on. Weisse into Leao, back there. This is well worked. Now, second before half-time. Could finish them off. This is really good football. We just need to make sure that we do the right thing at the right time to finish it off. Here's Lisandro Martinez. He's in a good goal-scoring vein of form. And the keeper's come for it, but he's squeezed it underneath him. Normal service resumed for this FC Köln side. 2-0 up before half-time. This is what we've become accustomed to. This is so much better. Really good move as well. Lisandro Martinez, I thought the keeper was going to get there, and he's just squeezed him underneath. Oh, get in. Picked off by Trezeguet. That ball from Arnold. Martinez got someone short here. Salih Özcan. Gave him the start ahead of Verstraete just to see what he's like now, Özcan. He's grown to 76 rated, up from 73. I think he might have been even lower when we first started the save. So I'm keen to see how much of a growth potential he has. Here's Wendell. Nice tackle by Jorge Mera. He's away forward to Hadji, and we'll drive forward. Leao's made the run. Just couldn't get the ball away quick enough, or at least have a run that was made well enough to be found quick enough before. Oh, I've given the ball away again. Asala into Mehmedi. Got options now. Here's Weghorst. Just ran offside there, Asala, but Weghorst on his way through, and Jorge Mera fights back. Good defensive work. Christian Eriksen's gone to Manchester City by the looks of things. Not sure what the fee was. I couldn't quite hear. I was too busy talking myself. Here's Hadji. Drawing 3 defenders away. Oh, but those 3 defenders do well to win the ball off him. Asale. Back to Wendell. Arnold, and out wide here to Dilrosun, who's very, very quick. You have to do well to keep up with him. In there. Oh, I'm not sure who that ball was intended for. It was kind of played between two. Trezeguet's attempted pass inside is picked off. I'm going to lunge for this. Great challenge. Brilliant challenge. And the counter-attack is on. And there's space here as well for Mitchell Weiser to run into. Leao doing the same. I've got Hadji there with me. I just need to find him here. Oh, it's Sally Özcan. Finish. Well done, son. 3-0, game over. We're going back second. Easy boy. Inside to Hadji. Work that out left there. Oh, never mind. There's the final whistle. I wasn't paying attention to the clock. Victory away from home against Wolfsburg. That's more like it. Now, if we can do that to the team that's second, it makes it even more frustrating to have lost the game against Bayern in the manner that we did. Man. Wolfsburg did dick all game with regards to their creativity. They were not good enough there. Not sure who Bayern have on this particular match day weekend, but, I mean, we hope that they dropped points. But I doubt they will have. Leao is continuing his hot run of form. He certainly is. Absolutely fantastic, Rafael Leao. You won again. Do you think that Wolfsburg played well? Not as well as us. There's no stopping us. Clearly there is, because we just lost to Bayern. They didn't play as well as us, is what I'll say. They were woeful, is what I wanted to say, but there wasn't really an option for that. Congratulations! FC Köln defeated the league's second-place team. How pleased are you? Gives us wings for the upcoming matches, is what we'll say. We're going to need to keep a run of form going in the league to really battle with Bayern Munich to try and get that top spot. They haven't played yet on match day 19, frustratingly. So we are back within 2 points of them, but they could go yet further clear if they win on match day 19. Oh, man. Is that defeat against Bayern Munich in game number 1 going to be the decisive moment in the entire league season? Let me know in the comments section if you think we can still challenge for the title or if you think we're out of the question now. Christian Eriksen went to Manchester City for £103 million. Fabian to Bayern for 88.9 and Aouar to Real Madrid from Lyon for 79.8. Big moves. Very big moves in Europe for big teams in this window. It's been a quiet deadline day so far. Dortmund have done, other than Dahoud potentially leaving on a pre-contract. Actually, I was going to look at pre-contracts, wasn't I? I completely forgot. Let's have a quick look, shall we? I can search, can't I, for... Oh no, it's release clause. That's frustrating. I'll send some scouts out. Oh no, it won't let me, will it? Won't let me approach anyone. Never mind. We'll just save the money for next season. I'm not too bothered. If I was seriously that bothered about it, I would have remembered to look for it earlier than 5 hours to go on deadline day. Transfer offer for Bornau, but we're going to reject that, obviously. Quite happy with the side as it is. And I would like to improve with a winger next season. Transfer offer for Haza, but that's going to be rejected. Another transfer offer for Bornau, actually. He's quite sought after here. But Celtic are only matching his valuation again, which is always going to end up being a swift no. There's not much spent on deadline day at all. This is a really quiet deadline day and not that big a window. Outside of those 3 big deals, I don't know if there's been anything else of any real note. Let's have a look and see what everybody did then, shall we? Nuremberg, minimal. Similarly, Mainz. Dortmund, similarly. Augsburg did nothing. Bayern have signed Fabian and Boateng. Boateng coming... That's weird. Unless his loan finished and he's come back. I'm not sure. Pintor in there. Flores and Piquel. City, Chromoda, Stendera. Minimal work. We did nothing, obviously. Friedrich in at Leverkusen, but that's it. Ambrose and Chris Smalling in at Mönchengladbach. Nothing for Leipzig. Nothing for Schalke. Really was quite well, not just for us, but for everyone. Yeah. Not much happening in the January transfer window. Well, I don't know whether to be pleased with today's episode or not. Trezeguet's out for 2 weeks with a training injury. Wonderful. Eustace and Brandt still look like they've got decent potential, but really growing as fast as I might like them to, despite the training that they're getting. Bayern won. The gap is 5 at the top with 15 games to go. I think we're still in with a shout, certainly, but we are going to need Bayern to drop points now. And as we get into the latter stages of the Europa League as well, the fixture list is going to be very, very congested. Be a big end to the season here in number 3. Hopefully you'll join me for the ride. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on this end of season 3. And I'll see you next time.